Hi everyone, welcome back. This is an orientation to the syllabus in our course, Crime Theory. You can access the syllabus from Blackboard. The course menu page along the left, click on Syllabus and the syllabus will come up. So I'm going to go through the syllabus. I'm actually going to start at the end. And work my way a little bit around. So I'm going to go to the very end of the syllabus. I will say as I'm progressing through, it's a lengthy document. The reason being is it's a roadmap, it's a policy guide, and it's a resource. And therefore it's chock full of information that you will need to be successful, but also to help you with issues that may come up during the course of the semester. So our course calendar and schedule starts on page 30. Don't be overwhelmed by the number of pages. You'll see shortly what I mean about the resource, policy, and other information that's available. The way your course is scheduled, your weekly is set up so that the course opens on Monday and ends on Sunday. As a general rule, you'll have assignments due on Thursday and Sunday of each week by 11:59 p.m. on that day. So week 1, which is this week that you are watching this in all likelihood, you are required to view this video as well as the Blackboard orientation video and my welcome. And then on September 8th, which is your first assignment, that is due by 11:59 p.m. on September 8th, you are asked to complete the Introduce Yourself on Flipgrid assignment, the Syllabus Scavenger Hunt assignment. Make sure that your computer has Office 365 installed on it, and that is available to you free of charge as a Bridgewater student at the IT Help Desk, which is located on the bottom level or the basement level of the Maxwell Library. You will find the Introduce Yourself on Flipgrid and the Syllabus Scavenger Hunt assignments in Blackboard. In the folder Graded Work in this course, if you open that and then open Assignments, you will see your first 2 assignments, Introduce Yourself on Flipgrid and the Syllabus Scavenger Hunt, are already here, as are some other assignments that you will work on this semester. If you have questions about those 2 assignments or anything about navigating Blackboard, after you've looked at the Blackboard video orientation, please feel free to use the questions forum or email me. Next week, we will dive in earnest into the course content. And you are required to view the Introduction to Chapter 1 video. There is required reading, required videos, and your first discussion posting and replies will be due. During this course, for the first 3 weeks, you'll have discussion postings, and you will reply to 2 fellow students' postings. I will explain, model, give samples, and a grading rubric. In fact, one of your assignments for next week is to meet with me online. So it's a virtual meeting. You can be anywhere. You can access it from your phone or your computer. You have 3 different options. You can meet with me Tuesday, September 9th at 7 o'clock, Wednesday, September 11th at 10 o'clock in the morning, or Thursday, September 12th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But you must attend one of those meetings. I will send you instructions on how to enter the meeting. It will be on Blackboard through a link called Blackboard Collaborate. And more will be coming about that. The purpose of our first meeting is, first of all, to get to see you and check in with you, see how things are going. Also, to discuss questions that you might have about the first discussion posting and your responsibility to reply, as well as introduce the next assignment that you'll have, which won't be due for a little bit, but I will introduce it during our conversation or our meeting, our first check-in Blackboard Collaborate meeting. The first discussion posting will be due September 12th. You will have to reply, or you are required to reply to 2 students' postings by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, September 15th. You will be able to access your discussion prompts, instructions, and other related materials, as well as your responses on Blackboard in the folder labeled Graded Work in this course, in the file Discussion Postings. When you open that, you will see that there are instructions, guidelines, and a grading rubric. There's a model discussion. There is a separate, more detailed discussion posting and reply grading rubric, and your options to choose from in Chapter 1 are pretty lengthy. So the instructions are to choose one question, follow these instructions, and these are your options. Any one of these 7 questions may be your chosen discussion topic. Examples, as I said, and a description of how to complete those is available here in the instructions and the guidelines. And likewise, there's 2 replies that you will need to respond to by Sunday evening, the 12th. I believe it's the 12th. Let's go back there. I'm sorry, the 15th. Your replies are due. At the same time, you are asked to return the initial teaching and learning contract, and that is available again from Blackboard in the file Graded Work in this course. Open the assignments file, and the teaching and learning contract is there. So it's extremely important that you, in a course of, an online course in particularly, that you be well organized, that you have your due dates marked and reminders to yourself, and that you are comfortable, or at least get comfortable, of where you can find the assignments, the instructions, the materials you will need to be successful. So that sort of the beginning part of the semester. Your first exam will be online on September 22nd. It will be multiple choice, and it will be due by 11:59 p.m. on September 22nd. And I'm not going to go further than that at this point. Other than to point out 2 other things. We have a second meeting, a required meeting. Again, you have 3 choices of, you must choose one of these 3 times to meet with me online in Blackboard Collaborate. Please take note of that. We will be doing a check-in. I'll be talking about some assignments that are coming up, and including group work and the first couple of case studies that you'll be working on. and you are graded on your attendance and preparation and contributions to those Blackboard Collaborate meetings. The third and final Blackboard Collaborate meeting will be, depending upon which group you're in, group 1 and 2 will meet with me on either one of these days, either 8 in the morning on October 22nd or 7 p.m. Groups 3 and 4, please note, you'll be meeting with me on October 24th at either 8 in the morning or 5 p.m. Again, instructions on how to join Blackboard Collaborate will be provided, and you'll hear more about that soon. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to, in reverse order, I'm going to start it, I'm going to move from the end and go to the beginning. Here's your syllabus. As noted, it is a resource, it is a roadmap, and it is essential for your success in this course. The textbook, you've all been notified. You needed to purchase either the digital textbook, which is totally online, it would be all e-text, or a loose leaf paper version with digital access for 6 months. The ISBN numbers are here. Instructions on how to register your MindTap access code. You will not be able to read the textbook or access other textbook embedded materials on Blackboard until you register your MindTap access code. There are specific instructions here on how to do that. Please note you are required to buy one of these two options, and it needed to be a new purchase in order to be sure that you could have access to MindTap. So the step-by-step instructions on how to register your MindTap are here on pages 3 and 4. And then the syllabus begins with the table of contents. What you can see is, or what you will see, is the table of contents is hyperlinked. So if you wanted to look at what are we going to talk about in this course, you could click on from the table of contents, as I just did, questions we will explore in this course. It's an exciting course. It's the stuff that we read about, hear about, sometimes we view as part of our video games or our entertainment, watching movies that have a crime theme, crime theory foundation to the storyline. So we're going to cover a lot of material here, most of all coming back to focusing on the 7 different major theories that attempt to explain why some people commit crime and other people don't. That's the nuts and bolts of our course. Sorry about that. Back to the table of contents. So anything that, if you're looking for something and find it in the table of contents, click on it and you should be good to go. I am going to scroll down and talk about course policies. There's a section on university policies. There's a section on academic and support resources, and then the all-important section on grading in this course and how it works. So let's see. A little word about web course preparation. You should plan to spend 5 to 6 hours a week on this course. That is roughly, that's a conservative estimate of the amount of time it would take if you were sitting in class for 3 hours a week and doing 2 outside or 2 to 3 outside of class hours. That would bring you up to 5 or 6 hours a week. As mentioned previously, there is a questions forum for you to submit any questions that you have. Please note that by the very nature of the material we are going to explore in this course, there may be some discomfort for those of us involved in some way, shape, or form with the criminal justice process, and therefore be mindful of that and let me know if you have any concerns. This is the end of part 1 of the syllabus orientation, part 2 to follow. Thank you.